So one of the things I've really noticed while being in Sweden is the number of dads that are out, and Sweden's really known for being a culture where the gender equality between men and women is really a priority and something that they put out front and that they're very proud of, and is important to them both culturally and in work, but also in the family. And getting to see all these dads out with the kids has really been cool. As a father of two, the idea of spending more time with your family, I mean, I can't think of anything more important. So I'm curious about that. I'm going to go try to find some dads to talk to and see what it's like to be a dad in Sweden. All right, so I have Matthias here, Estrid on the swing. Matthias, can you just share a little about what is it like to be a dad, and why is that such an important thing?
It's very important. We have good opportunities to be home with the kids.
Yeah.
I've been home for half a year with little Estrid, and I think it's a great, that experience. You get close to the child, and you really establish a good relationship.
Yeah. So I'm here with Anders and Helena, who are here in Sweden, in Stockholm. What's it like being a dad in Sweden?
I think the main difference being a dad in Sweden compared to other countries is you get the chance to spend more time at home.
Yeah.
More and more companies are filling up. My company, for instance, they pay, they fill the gap between what the government pays and 80% of my salary.
Wow. So that's great. So the companies, it's not just the government policy, but the companies really...
Policy. It's more and more.
Yeah.
And I think all the places I've worked at, they do that, between 80 and 95 at best. For between 3 to 8 months.
Yeah, that's great. And for you, I mean, I'm sure it's important, but what's it like being a mom and having him around, and at least, the option to have kind of more together time as a family?
No, I think it's important because I think the husband gets to really understand the work that the wife or the mom who stays at home does with all the children, and all the small things you have to think about.
It does build an understanding, because it's one thing to kind of theoretically understand that it's a lot of job with kids, but once you spend kind of a couple of days or weeks and months taking care of them on a day-to-day basis, it's a completely different thing.
Yeah. Well, that's wonderful. Thank you guys both so much for being able to share your story. All right, so I'm here with Isa and Robert. Robert, tell me a little about what it's like being a dad. Why is it important for guys in Sweden to be engaged as a father?
I think it's important for men here in Sweden to feel that they are a part of the family, even in early ages, for children, kids. So to split the maternity and paternity leave is important. And actually there is a bonus if you're doing that from the government.
Yeah. What's that? What's the bonus?
I think it's approximately 2,000 US dollar.
You get more money.
Yeah.
More money, okay.
You can split it. You have some months that are it's all the dad's months.
Okay.
So the mom can take those.
Yeah.
But if they share even more, they get extra money.
Oh wow.
So the government really wants us to split it as
splitting
even as
it up.
possible.
Yeah. And the company also is supportive of you taking off.
Especially his.
They are.
Yeah.
So they are paying extra. You get some 90% of my salary.
Wow. That's
as
great.
he would be
Still
working.
Yeah.
We
got a soccer game going on. Part of being a parent. And for you, what's it like knowing that he's there and can take that time off, and that's really not just an option, but something that's really a part of a family working together.
The dad is equally important, and I have seen families where the dad is not there, maybe are working a lot, and I think it's really important for the dad to also be really engaged with the upbringing and everything, that it should be as equal as possible, because it's an important part of our society. And it would be really, really weird if he would say, okay, I take these 10 days that are mandatory when the child is born, and say okay, I don't want to be home
Yeah.
That would be really super weird for me.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I think it's our child as much. Like
Yeah, it's
our
a 50-50.
it's our
yeah.
child. It's not just my child.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's great. I really appreciate your time and getting to share your thoughts. So I've really enjoyed going around talking to dads and families and learning more about the dad's role and how both the government and businesses support them being really engaged in raising their children and making that a priority for their lives. So I think there's a lot to take home back to the U.S. From their approach in Sweden for gender equality and what it means to be a dad.